Well, on this Memorial Day, as every other Memorial Day, it's a time of enjoyment with friends and family and going to car races like Cindy and I are doing over the weekend. But at some point over the weekend, we should pause to remember why we have a Memorial Day weekend, and that is because of the reverence and cherished memory of those who have served and those who have fallen. Usually in defense of someone else's freedom, many times in defense of our own. The bravest and the best of us have shed their blood all around the world, in all four corners of the earth, and we Americans praise them as our lasting and enduring heroes. And it also is an opportunity for all of us, or we should seize the opportunity, to thank those who are serving today. And if you see one of our servicemen or women over the weekend, do as you should every time you see him, but particularly over this weekend, go over and say thanks for serving. One time several years ago, I was with my family and we stopped at the bridge on the River Kwai. We'd taken a train ride, and there's the British graveyards. The British, unlike us, bury their dead where they have fallen, and there's large graveyards there in that area because the British soldiers who were killed in the construction of the bridge that over the River Kwai, which is a long railroad that the Japanese forced them to build. They say there was one dead British soldier for every railroad tie. So it was a horrific thing that the British went through, and Cindy and I and our kids were there, and we saw these older guys at the graveyard that were obviously British soldiers who had fought there and came back. Some were in wheelchairs, a couple of them on crutches, and it was a very moving thing to see. In the graveyard there was a square, each exactly alike, of these thousands of graves, and it would have the name and the unit, date of birth, and at the bottom an inscription if the family wanted an inscription. The thing that struck me more than anything else was every fourth or fifth one of these was inscribed, known only to God. And, you know, some are known only to God, and yet no matter whether we can recognize them or not, or know exactly how they fell, we know that they fell in defense of freedom. And it's good and appropriate that Americans on this wonderful and joyous weekend remember that we are having all this joy because of the service and sacrifice who not only have gone before us, but are serving and sacrificing as we speak in 2 wars. So let's be thankful. It's great to be an American, and they want us, those who are serving, want us to enjoy our freedom too. So have a wonderful weekend.